Well, here's a way to ensure the Liberal Party remains in opposition. Go woke and implement gender quotas. Now, Robert Menzies once said, quote, "No woman can demand a place or a career just because she is a woman. If it is outmoded and absurd to treat a woman's sex as a political disqualification, it seems to me equally absurd to claim it as a qualification in itself." And you have to wonder, how would Mr Menzies feel about the push now internally for gender quotas? Now, this headline last week in the Australian newspaper left me gobsmacked. "Women problem could kill off the Liberals," says Linda Reynolds. And she went on to say that quotas in some form must be considered and adopted if we are to realise genuine gender reform before it is too late. And since then, more senior Liberals have added their voices to quotas. Anne Ruston says we can no longer rule out the temporary use of quotas as an option, given we have not met our targets to date by other means. The debate into this short-term gender quotas is actually being pushed by New South Wales moderate Senator Maria Kovacic. And the key word there being moderate. And moderates, in my opinion, cannot win elections. Now, there are so many issues going on in this country right now, above all cost of living, which the Liberal Party would do well if it had some genuine policy alternatives on serious issues. Instead, for some reason, the party is panicking over gender and identity politics. Now, what has gender got to do with the cost of living crisis? Or on national security or energy? Or on any other problems in Australia? Absolutely nothing. And the Liberal Party is not at risk of being killed off because of women. It's because they have no appeal across the board. They've strayed away from conservative values and offer no genuine alternative policies. So why the Liberals are now even considering gender quotas is beyond me, yet it seems to be on the cards.
If some state divisions choose to implement quotas, that's fine. If others don't, that's also fine. But what is not fine is not having enough women.
Now, let's not forget Sussan Ley was elected by her colleagues as the first woman to lead the Liberal Party. She was not like Julia Gillard, and that should actually be evidence in itself of the Liberal Party's core belief of a merit-based system to function as a meritocracy in line with its founding values, something Barnaby Joyce backed in on Danica and James last night.
You don't go to your dentist saying, well, I want gender quotas and I'm quite happy to take another type of, I want a different type of dentist because I want a different type of gender. You want someone when they've got the drill in your mouth knows what they're doing. And that sort of skill set, why should it be not the case for politics, which actually runs the whole nation?
And what makes it even more bizarre is that this is a party so focused now on gender, yet can't even define what a woman is. Now, you recall during the election campaign, former opposition leader Peter Dutton was asked about the UK court decision, which found there are, surprise, surprise, only two genders, male and female. And Dutton, at the time, said it was a UK issue. He didn't want to answer. And so now, months later, it beggars belief that Sussan Ley and other MPs insist there's a woman problem in the Liberal Party, yet we still don't even know what its definition of a woman is. So if the Liberal Party can't define a woman, how can it have a woman problem? Now, I'm not saying that the party should not get more women in the ranks. It needs to. Female membership of the Young Liberal movement sat at 34.8% to 65.2% after the 2022 election. And female membership sits at 42.9% women and 57.1% men. That's according to the Menzies Research Centre. And clearly, increasing membership is important. It is key to getting more women running up and through the ranks. And the other challenge, of course, is to attract more female voters. Early this year, women strongly favoured the coalition, but by the end of April, that had blown up about a week out from the poll, and largely this had to do with the failed work from home policy. So it's not a case of the party being unable to attract the female vote, because it can, and clearly it has. It's about a strong, cohesive policy platform reflecting those values, whether it be through childcare reform, that is a big one, or women's health, for example. The policy has to be right. But the more you raise that gender card, the more you stray away from conservative values, and, well, you may as well be the Labor Party with quotas. Now, as a woman, I find it utterly offensive that a woman should be handed a role just for being a woman. It is a victim narrative, and not just for a woman, but it also discriminates against men. It says that a woman needs help to achieve a goal because she can't do it alone. Whatever happened to ambition? Whatever happened to being a go-getter? To being a woman who wants to achieve something because they believe in it? And being handed a senior role because you are firstly and most importantly, and this is key here, the right person for the job, and because you've earned it. And it would be a blight on a Conservative Party to focus on gender and throw out the foundations of what once made the Liberals great. Focus on becoming a formidable opposition to take on Labor at the next election and win. Focus on genuine policy to make a difference to the lives of Australians. And for goodness sake, quit the identity politics crap or go left.